Are there bands out there where you only like one of their records and maybe it's one of your favorite records and that's it? The rest of the stuff, couldn't care less. Today I'm going to talk about my top 11 bands that I only like one of their records. So let's get going. First band, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Lightning in a bottle with that record. I mean, that record oozes the Sunset Strip in the 1980s, in the mid-1980s, and what it took. In those days, no money. Everyone was poor. Everyone was living off their girlfriends and finding floors to sleep on and doing whatever they can to get drugs and booze and girls and write music and try and get a record deal. That was like the goal, and it was all the time. Every day, 7 days a week on the Sunset Strip, it was just bands and girls trying to make it. So Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction is a direct reflection of what that life was like. Not the glamorous side, the heroin side, okay, the junkie side of it. And it's a great record. Like there's never been, it's possibly the best debut record of all time, if not one of the best rock records of all time. I think it falls into both categories. But after that, they completely lost me. Lies, it was okay. I mean, it was like kind of like just a little answer, like a little, here you go, this will tide you over. Then they fired their drummer, which I thought was an integral part of the band. I really liked what he added to Guns N' Roses. And they did Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, which I thought was a bit of an overreach, at least for me. There were some songs I liked. I actually own both of those records. I don't know where they are now, but I own both of them. And I think if they would have taken 30 songs and trimmed it down to maybe 10 or 12 and made another badass rock record instead of this we're going to just throw everything we have out there all at once, I think it would have had a little bit more of an impact for me. But, they doubled down. People bought both records because they were the biggest band in the world at the time and paid off for them. I just don't like them. Anything else, yeah. I mean, it's not even on the radar. Like Spaghetti Incident or whatever it was called, all that stuff. I don't like it in the least. Next band is Motley Crue. I've been kind of harsh on Motley Crue in some of my videos for, I feel, good reason, the way that they perform these days. I won't get into that. That's already been discussed and beaten to death, so I'll spare you all the details, but I will link a video or two where I do trash on the Motley that was taken out of the Crue there. Shout at the Devil. That's the only one I really like. Too Fast for Love. It's okay. I mean, it's like the first record. The production's not great. It's cool. It fits the time. It fits the music. But I mean, I don't know. I thought Shout at the Devil was a far better record than that one. Theater of Pain, there's hit or miss. There's some really good songs on there and some really fucking terrible songs on there. So I don't really listen to that record. I don't listen to Motley Crue at all really anymore, but out of those, if it comes up randomly on my phone, if I'm doing work in the garage or something, I'm not going to turn it off if Motley Crue comes on. Boston. Now, Boston is an interesting story because Tom Schultz, who created Boston, he was not even a musician. He was like some crazy engineer and like super smart and knew how to put like computers and shit together and got into recording and learning how to record. And he built up this massive studio in his basement and lied to the label, had recorded the whole first Boston record with everything in his studio, like ultra professional, super shimmery, amazing production. And he had to lie to the record label, say they would release it because they wanted it done in a professional studio with a professional engineer and producer. And he did the whole thing himself. And that's the first Boston record. And I think it's really the only one that I like. So anyway, perfect timing for both of them. Queens of the Stone Age. Now, I am not a big Queens of the Stone Age fan. Their songs are good. I mean, it's just not something that really resonates with me, that kind of like desert rock kind of thing. I like the heaviness of it. I like the kind of the garage band, indie rock kind of feel of it. The only record that I really like of theirs is Songs for the Deaf. And I don't even really listen to that one very much. I like the Dave Grohl's on it, but that's not a deciding factor. I just think the songs are good. And that's the one record, out of all of theirs that ever even really moved the needle for me. I don't really care for the singer, Josh Homme or Hom or Homie, whatever his name is. I don't know. He just comes off to me as this pompous ass all the time. I don't think he doesn't really seem to like his fans very much. Like I've seen him treat people poorly, at his shows. I mean, there was a photographer there for some publication and, he was drunk and walks out on the stage and kicks the camera and shoves it into her face. And, just to be a dick. And it's like, well, why? Anyway, that's a whole different story. That's a different video, which I may do one of these points. But that's really the only record musically that I like of theirs. He's a great songwriter. He's a great performer. He's got a really cool, unique voice. I love his voice. His attitude definitely does not help the fact that I don't really feel, I don't really feel a need to listen to them for someone I don't really care about. I don't really share a lot of the same ideals, I guess you could say, on how to treat other people. But anyway, that's a different video, like I said. Rage Against the Machine. I mean, this is a short one. I like Rage Against the Machine. I'm not like a fan. I thought their first record when it came out, I got it right when it came out, is an incredible record. It was so different for that time. And they were so good at it. And they were so angry. And it was like, you felt that record. You felt that first record. They recorded that live with people in the room. They brought some of their best friends, some people that they knew from shows, things like that. And they sat in the studio and they recorded to these people. And they played it live and had people in there not cheering, but moving and getting them going. And that's how they recorded that first record. And you can fucking hear it. I mean, it's got so much energy on that record. I like the other records. I like the ones that came after that, but they did not hit anywhere near the same as this one. Great record. Machine Head. Now, I love good old thrash. I think they were lumped in with the groove metal, which I think people were just trying to cling on what Pantera was doing and everyone was trying to be, on that. That was going to be a wave that never really got off. Pantera was the only groove metal band, in my opinion. All the other ones, they were just kind of in limbo somewhere. But Machine Head, great songs on a lot of different records. But their first several records, I did not like. Like I said, there's some songs on some of those records that are just incredible songs. But the one record that they have that from start to finish is a badass record is The Blackening. That is the one record that is just punishing from start to finish. And it's a great record. Everything after that, I don't know what they did. I know they got rid of Dave McClain, their drummer. They got a new bass player right around that time. Their guitar, they've lost the whole band. So everything that I liked about them, the players that were in it, not the people necessarily, but the way that those four dudes played together was their best version of the band. They haven't been able to do it. They didn't do it at the beginning, and they have not been able to replicate it since. So talk to your old buds there and get the band back together, bud. Maybe you'll be on my 2 favorite records list, huh? Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I mean, I really don't like them at all anymore. I don't like anything they've done in a really long time. Like on Californication and those records, there was some good. The songs that got on the radio were good, but I mean, I was kind of so over the Red Hot Chili Peppers at that point. But Blood Sugar Sex Magic is an incredible record. I don't care if you like them or not. The musicianship, the songwriting, the mood. They recorded it in an old, haunted house. I think it was the house that the Beatles did LSD and took drugs for the first time, was in this house in LA. And that's where the Chili Peppers recorded this record. The diversity of that record and everything that they played, I mean, they got a lot more funk on that record. Rick Rubin produced it, and he has never been known for going in and saying, we're going to add more compression or more reverb, or we're going to take some, get a different frequency for this and make it all. He is not that kind of producer. He's like, oh, what's this button do? And he turns it up and he turns it down and he picks what sounds better. He has made some incredible records over the years. Just really in your face. He was the producer for Slayer, Rain and Blood, and purposefully recorded it that way, had it recorded that way, and mixed it that way. There's no reverb. There's nothing. It's all full volume, raw tracks, right pointing, just kicking you right in the face, you know? And because that was the attitude and the mood that record needed was from Rick Rubin. So he's the only one that could have done that for the Red Hot Chili Peppers record for Blood Sugar Sex Magic. It wasn't a super flashy record. It was just super fucking solid and organic and just really raw. Royal Blood. I think this is probably the newest band in this list, and I think they only have maybe 3, maybe 4 records out. I don't know. But their first record is incredible. It is just really like, it's like an old stripped back like 70s rock record. It's kind of got like maybe a Queens of the Stone Age kind of feel to it. In a way, I think. I don't know. But listen to Royal Blood. Vocals are great. The drummer is great. He's super solid. Their songs are just really raw and got that really kind of garage band heavy feel to them. Really good shit. Everything after that, they got really too pop. They took it away from what they were. It was like, okay, that's not 2 dudes. That's like 2 guys and a producer and this guy and someone playing tambourine over here and someone doing wind chimes and like background singers. And I don't know. They really overreached. Maybe they've gone back to their original sound, but this is the only record of theirs that I listen to. So, Megadeth. Now, I'm going to come out first off, and I'm going to say I don't like Megadeth. I don't like Dave Mustaine. I don't like his songs. Great musician, phenomenal guitar player. His dexterity, his ability to play the detailed, intricate guitar work that he plays at the speed that he plays it. You like my, you know, and sing at the same time is just, it's outstanding. He always has top musicians around him. And whatever variation of the band he's in, I think they've had 27 past members, known like, you know, members of the band, not studio musicians, not people that went in and like, you know, recorded on the records. There's probably like 50 that has been involved and part of Megadeth in some shape or form since their inception in the early 80s. I did not like them in the early 80s. When Peace Sells was out, you know, what do you mean I don't believe in God? Talk to him every day. I thought it was a joke. I like the music, but it's kind of in the same way that maybe that song Chop Suey by, who the fuck is that band? System of a Down. That song just, his vocals just, I don't know. With that said, there is a record of theirs, which I think is kind of, you know, it's either Peace Sells that people like the best, or it's this one. And for good reason. Rust in Peace is just like them at their best. I think they had the best band then. They had the best drummer. They had the best guitar player, best bass player. Dave was at his best. Songs were really good. Great songs. It was heavy. It had everything in that record. I mean, it really had everything in it. Great record. But the other records before and after, I just don't like the songs really. You know, I just don't like Megadeth. I just don't care for Megadeth. You know, his constant whining and complaining. If you weren't aware, he was in Metallica years ago. I don't know if you knew that. He mentions it here and there that he was in Metallica. But the incessant complaining about being in a band for a year and a half, 44, whatever, 43, 45 years ago, that you got fired from because you were a belligerent, violent drunk. I mean, dude, get over it, man. I mean, dude, it's like everything. It's, oh, Metallica. Come on. Another video. Sorry. That's going to go in the other one with the other guy that I mentioned earlier, whoever that was. But, yeah, Rest in Peace. That's the only good one. That's the only one that I like. I won't say it's the only good one. People are going to get all pissy because of that and get all, you know, in the comments. But it's the only one that I like. That's it. I've listened to all of them. I don't like the rest of them. I've tried. I don't like them. Anyway. Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, Gish. Hands down. That's the only one. That's the only one I like. Again, like some of the other bands, maybe it's just because it was like a moment in time. I heard that record. I heard the song Siva, and like on MTV, it was like on a I don't know, some documentary kind of thing, and they had it playing as part of the soundtrack for this documentary, and I was like, what is that? And I tracked it down, I figured out who it was, and that record is phenomenal. I mean, it's like nothing else is like that record. Nothing else is like Gish from the Smashing Pumpkins. That is such a unique, explosive, emotional, melodic record. It's got everything. Like indie rock, alternative rock at its best is Gish. Everything after that he came out with, I like some of it. I like some of the songs that made it on the radio. They've got some really good songs on there, but it just was it was different, which is good, but not in a way that I really wanted to hear, I guess, or that it just didn't resonate with me. I just didn't really like anything after Gish, and that's really the only one. And again, I'm going to make a list of these people because I keep running into these people in these bands that I don't care for. Yeah, Billy Corgan. I just don't. So again, him and Dave Mustaine, and who was the other guy? I don't know. Queens of the Stone Age guy, Josh Josh Homme. I don't know. Fleetwood Mac. Rumors is a masterpiece. Rumors is that's lightning in a bottle, once in a lifetime. You can never replicate that record ever. Nobody can. Nobody ever will. The way it was recorded, the conditions that it was recorded in, with all the inner band relationships going on, and and they were fighting, and they're locked in this studio and recording this record, and they're writing songs about each other, like in other rooms, and they come in and they just fucking record them. Stevie Nicks is going in one room and she's writing songs about Lindsey Buckingham, and he doesn't know, but she's writing this like song, like really like revealing song about this guy that she fucking hates right now. And she goes in and records it, and like, okay, well, you got to learn this song. Yeah, it's about you because you're an asshole and you did this, and I'm pissed, and I'm going to write a song about you, and it's going on our record, and you're going to fucking sing it. It is an amazing, amazing record that is like, you can't get more pure and raw and from the gut than Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And it was recorded right down the road in Sausalito, California, a place called the Record Plant. That's no longer there, which is sad. So what's your list? What is your list of bands where you only like one record? Or do you just like everything? I don't. I'm picky. I'm a pain in the ass. So put it in the comments, and we'll see you next time. All right, later. I'd like to hear about it. So, put it in. Blah.